What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, GG Forex. And on today's video, I'm going to show you an app that I use that helps me enter and exit trades. Maybe not exit trades, but it helps me confirm when I should get in or I should just stay out and leave it alone. Okay guys, so we're on my phone. We're on the Currency Heatwave app. Now this app, a lot of people say you can do strategies with this app. You can do scalping, because as you can see on my chart now, you got multiple time frames. So you got the 15-minute, the hour, the 4-hour, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. Now, as you can see, if we click on a 15-minute chart, it's saying that the JYP, the Japanese yen, is stronger than the CAD, so the Canadian dollar. So what this chart is saying is that on the 15-minute chart, you should be buying the Japanese yen and selling the Canadian dollar, right? So it makes sense. Now, I have back tested this. I have had a look, and when I've had a look at these time frame charts and then had a look at the actual chart within smart charts, JPY will actually be climbing. I mean, I can go through that in a second, but I'm just going to show you the basic layout of this Heatwave app first, so you get a good understanding of how to use it, what you should look for, what features aren't really necessary, and what you should really just focus your time on and not worry about all the other fluff. So that's basically what's happening. But I don't like using the time frame charts just because they change all the time. Well, obviously this is going to change every 15 minutes, and obviously the different time frames got to change every hour. But as you see here, the pound is stronger than the Canadian dollar, so you should be selling the Canadian dollar or buying the pound, you know. And I have ignored this in the past, and I have been wrong. I have lost trades because I've just betted on the wrong currency at that particular time. So I use this as a confirmation. I don't enter trades because of it. If I got everything set up, if I'm going with the trend line, okay, right, I'm with the trend line, it's above it's not any support or resistance, it's above or below the 50 moving average, so see if it's whether in a buy or a seller market. What's the other confirmation? There'll be, is the stochastic saying it's overbought and oversold? You know, when you get all those ducks in a line, then you think, okay, I actually want to enter, so you want to find a perfect entry. Okay, you're waiting for certain candle markers, like hammer patterns within these candles to see when you want to enter. You can look at your Heatwave app and be like, okay, right, now the strength is stronger with the GBP against the Japanese yen, and then that gives you further confirmation. So you might have 2 or 3 confirmations already. Look at this app, then you get a 4th, then you're like, right, okay, it's good to go, let's get in this trade. So that's basically what I use this app for. So you've got the home bit there, the multiple time frames. You got the strength, which is what I look at most of the time. Volume, I don't really mess with just because it changes all the time. I mean, I guess if you really wanted, if you were a scalper and you wanted to find what currency pairs are trading the most right now, and as you can see from this, it's the pound against the US dollar, or same with volatility, like how much movement or how volatile is certain pairs at the moment. But again, this changes all the time, so you can't really guarantee that that's going to stay the same for the next 20 minutes to an hour for when actually you want to place the trade, to wait for a certain pullback or whatever. So again, I don't use volume, I don't use volatility, and I don't really use the multiple time frames. All I really use is the strength. Now, as you can see here, what you want to do in the ideal world is find the weakest currency against the strongest currency, because that's going to have the best movement, right? I mean, that's obvious. Now, why I use these two is because it gives me a good understanding of where the market is right now. And obviously, if I'm wanting to buy a certain pair, but then I look on this and find out it's really weak, maybe that's just a random spike in the market where it's saying it looks like it's going to go up or whatever, but actually in reality that currency pair is too weak to actually break past maybe this certain resistance zone or break below the certain support line. You just want a further confirmation on your trades to make sure that you are betting on the right currency or the right direction of a certain currency. So I like to use the sentiment as well. I feel like the sentiment is kind of like, if you can get the sentiment and the strength currency pairs to tally up, that's a strong signal to saying that yes, this is definitely heading in this direction. So if we have a look here, the yen and the pound, we'll just go with GBP pairs because I know a lot of people like to trade GBP pairs just because I feel like it has bigger candles, there's more movement, it's traded more often, I think. and I feel like people feel like the Euro USD is a bit more manipulated. I'm not entirely sure. Let me know what you guys think about different currency pairs. What ones do you think more are manipulated in the market? But yeah, write it all down in the comments. It'll be interesting to see what you guys have to say about certain currency pairs and what are your favorite ones to actually trade with as well. But yeah, so I know a lot of Americans like GBP pairs as well. I like doing them as well. But yeah, let's just have a look at the strength and then look at the sentiment. So we're saying GBP, the bearish is 54.3%. and it's going up by 42.9%, so that's quite weak, right? So that means it's more in a downwards market, so we go back on the trend, and it's at 4.2. Let's look at the yen. The yen's at 1.71 in strength. Let's have a look on here. Yeah, so the bear's down 60%, and it's up 40%, so it's definitely in a downwards market. So if you can get these two, the sentiment and the strength, to like tally up, then that's further confirmation that this is correct, and obviously if that's the direction of your charts. So I'd be looking to sell the yen in whatever currency pairs it is. So if I'm doing the pound against the yen, I'm buying the pound, I'm selling the yen. And if that's going with the trend line on your charts as well, perfect, that's more confirmations, that's two confirmations. And let's say that the yen is overbought at the moment and it's weak, so it's gonna go down, again, that's three confirmations. And let's say that the yen is below the 50 moving average line, again, that means this is in a seller's market. That's now you got four confirmations saying that you should sell the yen. So basically that is why I use this Currency Heatwave app. I use it as like a last confirmation whether I should get in the trade at that certain time, or should I wait a little bit for the strength to go into my favor. I don't like using currency pairs that are equal in strength, just because it's just choppy. There's no clean direction. Again, I'm a trend trader. I like to trade with the trend. I wait for pullbacks and then I execute either a sell or a buy. I don't like trading volatility. I always lose. And maybe I'll build up those skills later on in my trading plan or career if I can make one happen. So that is the Currency Heatwave app. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys would use this app. Now I must warn you, this app does cost £20 or $20 wherever you're from. I think it's £21. So that's a one-off payment, but I would say it is worth buying. Like when I get enough money, I'll definitely get my own app built, and I would just sell it for free or have it as like a bonus package into whatever I do in the future. But like, I can't justify the price, but it is nice knowing that you're going in the right direction, just to have that extra confirmation. Like, some people don't need this, but if you're new and you're unsure, you always want to be backing the strongest currency. You don't want to be going against the tide. I mean, everyone says, why? Like, it's the same as if you're going on the trend line. You're following the trend, it's a bullish trend. You don't really want to be going, like you don't really want to be putting money on the pullbacks. I mean, you can do that, but you're just going against the tide. I'll wait for the pullback and go with the trend on the buy. Same with this. I'm not going to buy the weakest currency just because I can, you know? I want to be buying the stronger currency and selling the weakest. But basically, that's my take on it, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment box below about this app. Would you use it? And do you think it's worth the money? And all of that stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. And one more important thing, I open my live account tomorrow. Today's Sunday, tomorrow will obviously be Monday. And I start my 3-day training course on Saturday, the 16th. So I'll be off about 3 days in a row then. But I'll be learning loads and hopefully sharing all those knowledge bombs with you guys. So that'll be super exciting, and I'll be trading with real money as well. So that'll be even more exciting to see what happens there. I should be starting with maybe a £500 account. I know that's really, really small. So I won't be able to do many trades, but I just want to be confident in what I'm doing first, get my solid plan together, and then obviously when I go back to work, if I go back to work, I'll just be adding money to the plan, compounding it, and my first goal is to get 5,000, so turn 500 into 5,000, and then turn that 5,000 into 10 and 10 into 50. So that is my like 2-year plan, because when I get over 10, I should be able to make decent money every day, and I should hopefully be able to leave my job when I have a 10 grand account. But this is all hypothetical. I don't really know what's going to happen, But if you like the Heatwave app, let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.